Hey guys, how you doing today? It's Mr.BeetleBum here, and this is yet another one of our map strategy videos. And this is going to be a map strategy video for the map El Halluf. So this is a desert map, and I like it. It's been around for quite a while. It's had a lot of changes. Before there was a big valley in here, so you could actually snipe a lot into this area, and you'd have to go down into the valley and up. But anyways, let's talk about the map as it is right now. We're going to start off as per usual with the lights, and then we're going to go to TDs, then mediums, and then heavies. And I'm going to try to make this a little faster so that these videos aren't too long. So lights, if you only have one light, it doesn't matter if you're coming from the south spawn or the north spawn, guys. Right there is your number one spot to spot, okay? Reason being is because you're going to find the battle up in the A1 corner tends to be the mediums and heavies. And then basically all along the opposite, the kitty corner down here, this whole area is where you're going to find your lights and your TDs doing sniping. And then your arty's going to sit back and shoot. So this, like I said, this area right here, this is your main area if you're going to be doing, if you're going to be playing a light. Now, if you have more than one light, you could do two things. You could either send both of them to this area to battle, just in case if the other team sends a couple tanks down here, or you could do one over here. Actually, you know what? Let's just change that color so it's nice and easy to see right there. Myself, I really would say only do this if you got three. With two, I would, if I was the commander, I would be putting them both down here. This is good for spotting and more mid to end game. Sometimes it works, sometimes you don't see a single thing from down here because all the battle ends up being on this side of, let's call this the town area here. So myself, that's, you know, this is why I was saying I would definitely be sending the lights down here. In there's going to be a few spots that you can get into. We'll take a look at that in a little bit here. But now for your TDs, it's pretty simple. Your light is down here, and then your TDs are going to be right in here to shoot across, and then here to shoot across. And also, if a light is trying to make it up this hill, it's very important there to shoot from here, and you can get that light out of the way. Again, now, if the light is here, from this side, you can park here. You can park in here, you can park behind this rock, you can park behind that rock, you can park on this side of this boulder, you can park on this side. There's just so many spots for TDs to go and hide. So again, from that side, you got all these. Here, you got here, you got here, you got here, you got here. But the key spots are right here and right here, okay? Another thing, while I'm talking about TDs, if your team starts losing, a lot of times what happens is the heavies are going to come up here, and then if the lower team starts pushing through here and you're a TD over here, well, you can come right to this area here and shoot at those guys. A lot of people don't realize that, and it's a great location, and that way, you know, they're trying to chase your tanks back. And this is, like I said, this is a total defensive position, but if you're shooting this way, that means the other team's pushing and probably winning that corner. So you're basically in the position where you're trying to do whatever it takes to save your team. Now let's talk about mediums here. And oh well, whatever, can't get that one. Your mediums, like I was saying, your mediums tend to go up with heavies up to this corner. Now you can go along here and up. You can go along here and snipe across, or you can go all the way up and snipe across there. Let me show you one more time because that's a little, little too many lines. So, like I say, you can go up here, and you can come around here and come up here, and that's going to snipe across to this side. Not snipe, just shoot across. Or you can come up here and then shoot across into here, or you can keep going further up to here and then shoot across down into there. That's what your mediums and your heavies tend to do. And then for the other side here, you're going to come up, and the same thing. You can come along here and up. You can come along here and then snipe down, or you can come all the way across and snipe down from there. Pretty straightforward, right? And then as for arty, guys, this was heavies and mediums, and arties really, it's like, you pick here, you pick here, pick here. Some arties will even come down here a bit, to get a different angle, because it's all just about, what angles can you use to attack your enemy. Whereas on this side here, again, you can have them here, you can have them here, you can have them back here. Even on this side, you see a lot of them. Again, just wherever you need to go to get a shot, guys. Now, one thing I didn't mention about TDs. Over here, I mentioned this little side here, how you can shoot across. Well, it's not just on the north side. On the south side, a lot of times what will happen is the north team will be winning, they'll be pushing, and they're going to push their tanks right over onto this side, and then either go this way or down here. And they're going to chase, your team's tanks away. Well, once you see that this is happening, guys, there's a ridge right here. All you got to do is position your tank right here, and guess what? If you got a sniping TD, boom, you can shoot all the way up to that hill. That's how far. So many times people tell TD players, don't stop camping. And what they don't realize is how far a tank destroyer can shoot. And a lot of people wouldn't believe you if you told them this. But yes, you can see clear as day from here all the way over. And it's pretty cool when you're able to sit there and snipe. I mean, you know that they're just like, what the heck? Where's this shell coming from? And there's not much you can do. If you master the art of tracking, then you're really going to have them basically at your will. You're going to be able to do whatever you want with them. So anyways, that's the map as per where tanks go. Let's now just take a quick overview of the map itself. Alright guys, here we go. We're on El Halluf now, and now we're going to just take a closer look at some of the spots we're talking about. So right now we're sitting at the north spawn, and the lights, what I was talking about is you rip down here, and this little town area right here is where you want to go. So now if you're coming from the north, a lot of times what happens is people just fly right down in here and then try to get over to this little spot right here. Do some spotting up into the bushes here where the TDs are going to be hanging out, and you're basically spotting all of that. But if there's too much competition there, what you got to do is stay low down here in one of these bushes and basically just, go from side to side within these bushes here and try to do as much spotting as possible. Some brave tankers will actually come up into these areas right here, and it's pretty easy to get spotting if you're going to get into some of these bushes here. Again, be very careful. And remember, guys, a successful light tanker, first of all, it's the hardest class in the game to play. If you're a successful light tank, you have all of your concealment up to 100% on every crew member. You have camo on your tank. You have a camo net on your tank. You're having, a lot of the real great players will be having rations and directives for camo or concealment, making it so that it's even harder for anyone to find them. So just be aware of that. Lights are extremely hard to play, and but once you get used to it, it does become a very fun. It's pretty rewarding when you're able to basically take over the other team by spotting all the enemies. Now, your TDs. We're going to go back a bit here to the base, and then we'll just swing around here, and this is where you would drive to as a TD. Excuse me. Sorry about that, guys. There's this bush right here that you can park in. Basically, you're parked right here. You got a little bit of cover from the arty, you got a little bit of bush going on, and then you can shoot the enemy as they're coming down if they're spotted, or along the ridge if they're spotted, and even the TDs that are up here, you can lean forward and snipe to about here. Further, it's gonna be a little impossible. You're gonna fall off. But there's gonna be TDs here and here and here and here and here and here. There's all different kinds of TD spots to hide. I wouldn't I wouldn't recommend that you go into this spot here. A lot of times, this is kind of like the newbie spot. They blind shot this area, plus it's pretty hard to get out in time. Like if you get spotted and you're backing up, you gotta back up all the way along here before you're unspotted. So, it's gonna take a while. The other place is right here. right along in here, and that's really good for if the lights are starting to come up here and trying to make their way up. Then you got the cover from the arty. You can pull forward, snipe, and pull back, and get arty safe. And then finally, what I was talking about was, let me put on my map now. Oh no, doesn't want to work. Anyways, it's right here. This little spot right here. This is where if your team starts losing the A1 corner and the enemy tanks are starting to come down here, or even cross along here, well, now you got a great area to snipe from, and then you can just pull back. Again, you got arty cover here. You can just pull back into here so that these tanks can't shoot you. Once you're reloaded, you pull forward and boom, 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 away you go. So for the other side, again, the lights, they come racing down this hill, and and I'll tell you, this bush right here is my favorite little go-to area. You come in here, and basically between these two bushes, you park your tank. And I tell you, you can spot up here, even if they're crossing over here, you can spot them crossing here. It's a really good spot. Bear in mind, though, you really have to have all your skills down. Like, you have to have everything, your rations, your camo net. If you don't have everything, then it's a roll of the dice. Maybe you won't get spotted, maybe you will. And there's other bushes too that are like that. You can actually, if you're coming from the air side, sometimes I drive right along here and I park right in this bush and just look at that, eh? You see everything. The problem is just getting there fast enough. So that's where, again, as lights, you're going to go along here. From the south, you're going to try, eventually what you want to try to do is push your way up here and across to get up in the hill. And then you're basically able to go right from there to the base. The enemy base, that is. Now, for TDs, there's, like I said, there's a whole whack load of spots here. Your number one spots can be right here and here, simply because you can get them when they're down, you can get them on the road going down, you can get them on their little TD nest over here. You can park over here, but that's kind of a noob spot again, these two little ones. Because again, it's going to be hard to get out of there, backing out to safety in time. You can also get behind this rock here, and this rock, and this rock. There's just so many places you can go as a TD. You can also go up top here, come along, and then use these bushes right here to snipe across this way, okay? The other thing I mentioned earlier was if your team is losing, if the A1 corner is getting overrun, right there, guys. Woo! Let's go over there real quick so I can show you what I'm talking about. See? This is what I'm talking about, is your tanks, your mediums and heavies will be here, but if they start losing, these guys make their way across, boom, all the way back here, guys. Look how far we are. We're all the way back to the cap circle, man, and right there's your ridge. You can sit on that and just snipe these guys as they're trying to come down. They're trying to come across or down. You can snipe them. It's just so cool that unfortunately, a lot of people don't know it. It used to be that you would sit on this ledge right here, but during terrain changes, that's kind of gone away now. You can't really get a good shot from there, unless you're a very tall tank. Then you could. So mediums and heavies. Well, from the get-go, play it safe. Always take the longest route to the fight. So again, you can come down to this road here, and then come across here, and snipe across this way, or you can go back. And you can come up here and snipe right through, whoops, sorry guys, right through there. You're going to go as they're crossing over. Or finally you go all the way down here and then you turn the corner, and you have to be very careful turn the corner, and you can shoot like crazy down there. And from the north side, well, it's real simple. All you do is you turn around and it's the same thing. You can go through here and up here to shoot across. Or, woo, I'm hitting the wrong thing constantly here. Or you can come back here and shoot from there, or go to the corner again and shoot from here. So that's basically it for the heavies and the mediums. It's pretty straightforward on this one. And as for arty, what I was talking about is, you can park one here, you can park one here, you can park one here, you can park one here. There's so many places that you can park. The most popular tends to be right here, and then also in the bushes here, and bushes up here or back to this one. Either way, you got plenty of spots to shoot. Artie for the north team, it tends to sometimes you'll find one that's going to be parked along this part, but normally they're just at the back. Here, here, and here, maybe along here. You might every once in a while see one that's way down here, but not that often. And guys, that's it. I'm trying to make these as fast as possible for you. This is just basic strategy. The other thing, sorry, I didn't mention was if you have more than one scout, there is this little hill right here. Woo! That, some people swear by it. I personally don't really like it too much. You come up to here and you can spot, when they're coming along here, you can spot them through here, spot them through here, spot them through here. Or if anybody, if the enemy scouts are showing themselves too much, you can snipe and then, pull back, wait for your not to be lit, go back up and do it again. And same with the south side, they can do the same thing, but they come up to this little bit of the hill and park in the bush. So there's this bush over here for the north and this bush over here for the south. Yeah, what can I say? I don't really like using it. I find it's not as needed as the town. The town is hands down the most important place to spot. Definitely don't, as a light tank, you don't want to go up to the A1 corner where they can one-shot you. You're not needed there. You're not spotting anything. The heavy tanks and medium tanks can spot for themselves because the tanks are all so close. There's nothing to be spotted out. So it's always frustrating when light tanks go up here because they're not supporting their team by spotting at all. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. I wish you best of luck out there. If you have any questions at all, go ahead and ask, and I'll answer as many as I can, if not all of them. And then if you want, even better, come up to Twitch, check out the stream, Mr.BeetleBum, and ask questions there, and we can go through stuff for you. I'm here to help. I hope you enjoy the videos if you like them. If you don't, and if you want to know when more are coming out, just set up your notifications and you'll hear every single time that I bring on a new video, you'll hear about it. So guys, thank you very much. Until the next time, guys, Mr.BeetleBum, out.